Hej, vad heter du?
Hej! Jag heter Katrin.
Katrin, kommer du från Minnesota?
Nej, North Dakota.
Jaha. Är det första gången på Sjölunden?
Ja.
Ja. Är det bra?
Ja, very bra.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about what it was like to have a first-time experience at Sjölunden this year.
At first it was kind of like nerve-wracking because I was like, oh my gosh, am I going to have friends? Am I going to do fun stuff? But then quickly I found some very good friends and got to do a lot of fun activities, and it was just a very good old jolly time.
How did it feel to not know any of the language?
I remember the first day, I just had this permanent look of confusion because I had no idea what anybody was talking about. But then slowly I somewhat understood the languages, along with a Sprach group, which helped with languages. So I know a little bit more than I did my first days here, so that's good.
How does the language, how do the språkgrupper work?
Basically every day we'd meet with a group and we'd learn basic language skills like what's your name and how old you are. Then we also learned colors, how the clock works, family terms, and a couple other like here and there things that just are useful when talking in Swedish.
Do you feel that you can get through most of your day with people speaking mostly Swedish to you?
Yeah, I mean, my friends kind of are still a little bit of my translators, but I know quite a bit to actually know what's going on. So,
tell me a little bit about the intresseaktivitet that you did.
Well, first week I did dalmålning, and I painted this, and it was a lot of fun and very interesting. And then right now I'm doing needle felting or knottle felting, I think it is. And I made a little stuffed animal. It's very cute. It's in my cabin. And you just sort of poke wool, and it makes like animals and shapes, and it's very fun too.
If you were to meet a friend who was thinking about coming to Sjölunden, what would you give for advice, or what would you tell him or her about it?
Well, if I was going to tell them about it, I'd tell them definitely about the fun and goofy activities and the fun counselors, because people I hang out with are kind of social. I'd also tell them about the fun, like needle felting and dalmålning, and how you can do other stuff. Like, I know that there was segling or sailing going on, and then there's like bastu, which is just like a free time where you can just chill and make soap and talk to other camps if they come up, like canoeing, which is another activity, canoeing. And you just have a very good, fun time, and the people are really nice, and the food is good. That's a very important thing, because I like food, and everybody likes food. So, yeah.
What were your favorite foods?
Definitely the dessert. I have a very big sweet tooth. There were these little cookies earlier that had a little bit of jam in them. They were really good. And then we had hot chocolate every once in a while, which was nice. Then right now for Sprach Group, we're actually making a chocolate cake that we're going to split, and it smells pretty good, so I'm excited for it.
What do you do in the evenings at Sjölunden?
Well, usually we'll do like a fun activity as an entire camp. Like earlier in the weeks, someone supposedly had gone to the like camp store and stolen some bonbons, so we had to go to be all Sherlock and go on a detective mission. And then after that, sometimes we also have discussions about serious topics, like we had one about immigration and how that's affected both Sweden and America. And afterwards, my Stuga group, which is about 8 people, not including the counselors, which was 3, we all had a very serious discussion about it. And it was actually very nice because we brought up some very valuable points and were able to just seriously talk about it and talk about the issues and pros of immigration.
And what happens during your free time? Fritid?
Well, at first, I kind of just wandered around, talked to people, and had a good time. But then, of course, this took forever, so I've been spending a couple of days finishing up on this. And usually I'll go get a snack or 2 from the camp store, like chocolate, because I love chocolate. Or I'll go hang out with my little sister, who's also here, which is very fun. So, yeah.
And what do you do about money here?
We have little passports. I don't have it because they are keeping it for purposes of taking out American money for I-Day later on. But you'd have a little passport with your picture in it, and then you'd give it to them and say, jag vill ta ut 20 kronor or 5 kronor, or how much money you want to take out. Then they would give you that money after you signed off that money, and then you would go to the store and buy your candy, or if you wanted to buy a T-shirt, you could save up for that.
So how have you? Do you think you've grown as a person just being here in the past 2 weeks?
Yeah. I mean, when I first came here, I was again really shy and hesitant, and I'm still a little bit of that because I'm not the most social sort of person. But yeah, I think I've grown as a person. I've gotten into different interests. I've sort of branched out and talked to people I usually wouldn't talk to if I was back in my hometown. And it was just a very good experience as growing as a person and just going through life, yeah.
Do you have any favorite Swedish words?
My vocabulary is still a little bit limited, but bra is a good word. It means good. Dalmålning's a very nice word. Choklad is a very nice word as well. Gotta love chocolate. And I think that's it, because I don't know too many words.
And what about songs? Did you learn a lot of songs?
Yeah, there was a lot of songs. There are so many. I know the tune of most of them, but I don't know the exact words. But several I've actually heard before, because my sister has gone to this camp before, along with another one who's actually going to the German camp this year. And they're always humming or singing them at home, and I'm just like, oh, be quiet with your fancy Swedish words. And they're like, nej. And there was several movie soundtracks I also heard, like Mamma Mia and The Slumdog Millionaire, which included Swedish songs. And I just can't choose a favorite because they're all really, really good. So.
Tack så mycket.
Tack.
Hej då.
Varsågod.
Varsågod.
Ja.
Hej.